Is this thing on? I don't even know if it's recording. It's hecka recording. Hi guys, how's it going? How we doing today? Ryan here with the Yonko Cast, and I wanted to do something a little different. We've always talked about like leaders and stuff in the community, but we really don't talk about how good these sets are. And for the English TCG, we have 8 sets currently. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 sets currently. Sets 1 through 7, and then the first extra booster. So I actually wanted to rank these today from 1 through 8. 8 being the worst, 1 being the best. And just kind of see what you guys think overall, and just kind of go from there. So, I guess let's just get started, guys. So there's a lot of things to take into account. One of the things being playability of the set, impact of the game for the set, things like that, right? So I think starting out, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion, not the actual Carfax. But in my opinion, I think Extra Booster is number 8. I think that we got some pretty solid cards in this set. We got the Brook, we got the Chopper, we got the Cavendish, we got the Bon Clay. But this is probably the set with the worst leaders in it. And then just a lot of other really bad SRs. Also, the set didn't come with a cool Dawn card, which was a little bit unfortunate because they could have done something really cool for the Dawn card, where it was like Bon Clay dragging Luffy through the snow. Or they could have done a sick Wano art, or they could have even done like something to do with Chopper, but looks like they didn't. So going with number 8. Now number 7 is actually going to be a both. Funny enough, they're back-to-back sets for me. 500 years, not that impressive. Now, I know that we get some solid leaders. We get Boa Hancock, solid. Bonnie, phenomenal. Lucci, phenomenal. And those decks get some relative support. But overall, the set feels very lacking. The set itself feels very lacking in like very powerful super rares. Like the best 2 super rares, one's a 2K and a blocker. And then the other one is just yellow Luffy for black yellow Luffy. Like, that's it. That's really, really it. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. There are like some decent other SRs, all right? Like, you have the Bonnie. You have the Basil Hawkins that make the Bonnie deck. You have the really good Boa Hancock. And you get some good, like, 7 Warlords support. But overall, this set just is really lacking for me in terms of what it does for the game. Yeah, again, just my opinions. You guys don't have to agree with these at all, because they are just my opinions, and I would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. But for right now, just kind of is what it is. Now, going into number 6, it's really hard to keep one of these sets out of the top 5, but I think there is a clear cut for me on what is out of the top 5. I do thoroughly enjoy quite a few cards from this set, and I love Dressrosa and Alabasta. But I think Kingdoms of Intrigue is number 5. You have probably the two best blockers in the game ever introduced, being Sabo and Rebecca. Rebecca, very problematic card moving forward in the future, because it is able to just be really, really good and not be locked to Dressrosa cards. And then Sabo, obviously, board white protection is really, really good. Not just board white, but just any kind of destruction protection is really, really good. So, yeah, just... It's very unfortunate that the secret rares for this set are so bad. Rosinante is fairly decent, but overall, the set and the leaders are really just lacking. Like Lakers Croc and Rebecca, probably the best 2 leaders from the set, but even those overall are just lacking a lot of things. Rebecca being not able to swing, it should have just been a 4 life leader. It not being able to swing is just really problematic. The deck's really slow, and even like the support that Lakers Croc gets just isn't enough to do anything for the leader. So unfortunately it gets bumped from number 5. As much love as I have for the set, because that was really when I got into competitive One Piece. Like I had built like blue purple Croc, I built green red Law, but like there wasn't really anybody to play with up here where I live, and so, at the time, and so it just died out for me real quick. But this is when like our local scene really picked up, and I was able to actually start going to tournaments and play and start traveling with friends. So for me, number 6. We're moving on to the top 5. The top 5 is a little rough because I think mine's going to be different from quite a few different people's. So we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see. I think overall, for just the impact of leaders, is going to kind of determine where these sets fall for me, because a lot of these sets introduce phenomenal SRs, phenomenal secret rares, right? But then some of them lack a little bit in some of the secret rares, and then some of them lack a little bit in like 1 or 2 leaders, and it kind of just really determines from there where they fall. So Paramount War is number 5. The introduction of Whitebeard, crazy. As we've seen though, the moment you ban the broken field spell stage card, I keep calling it field spell because I'm an ex-Yu-Gi-Oh player. Stage card, the deck slightly falls off. It got really good. And it was a viable option even in OP5 and OP6. OP7 though, it looks like it is just dead, and we're getting another Whitebeard deck in OP8. Overall, cards from this set are just slowly dying off, slowly falling off. Borsellino's falling off, Kuzan falling off. You have a lot of bad leaders in this set with like Zephyr, and I love Garp, but Garp, bad leader. Sorry, Seth, my boy out there. Even Smoker's technically a bad leader, but it's getting support, so we'll see what happens with that. But you have like the blue-green Sanji that really doesn't do anything. But at one point, cards from the set were so powerful and so cost-heavy that I can't bump it out of the top 5, but I don't think I can put it any higher. So, also has arguably one of the worst secret rares, which is Uda. So, I'll let you guys discuss that. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4 is kind of the same thing with number 3. Okay. Number 4 and number 5 and number 3 were all really close. 1 and 2 are kind of the only ones that are a little bit different for me. But we're just gonna go ahead and start off. OP3. You have probably the best secret rare introduced into the game in Katakuri. But then you have also one of the I wouldn't say the worst secret rare, but lower end secret rare in Sogeking. Not a bad card, but just not great, right? And then SR wise, you have like some very good supporting cards. You have, man, I can't even think of SRs off the top of my head for this set. Maybe that's just, you know what? Let's just browse this set real quick. Katakuri. I will say you have some of the best leader cards in this set, and then some of the worst leader cards in this set. So obviously you have Nami, Katakuri, and then you do have these wanted poster cards, which were really cool to see. Like getting a reprint was really cool, right? And this set is better now, but like the Lucci deck, not that great. Marco was good. Pudding's good. Like some of these cards are good, but then a lot of them just fall off. Isho's good now, but was bad, right? you just, yeah, there's just so many things. Iceberg, a deck that really didn't do anything. Lin really was not a deck that did anything. Lucci, Arlong. Like 5 of the decks here didn't do anything. Even Ace really didn't do anything. It really was just Nami and Katakuri. But then like SR wise, let's take a look. You have Tenmom. Tenmom's good. Cracker, also pretty good. And Marco pretty good. But like everything else just kind of falls off. I will say probably my favorite Dawn card. But overall, the set just kind of underwhelming for me. So again, my opinion, but it's out of my top 3. Number 3. This is really hard. This is really hard for me to pick the top 3. These top 3, it could honestly be, it could be 1, 2, it could be 1, 5, 6, it could be 6, 5, 1, it could be 5, 6, 1, it could be 5, 1, 6. Like whatever you want to choose, these 3 are really good. But I think just because of how the game is and whatnot, I have to put this at number 3. That being said, it's really close. Wings of the Captain is a phenomenal set. You have really good leaders. So Perona, pretty solid leader. Yamato, really solid leader. Gecko Moria, Raiju, really solid leaders. And then you get introduced into a lot of just really, really good cards. Also, our first treasure rare being introduced, granted, not the greatest looking treasure rare. And then you also just have really good SPs in this set. You have Rebecca, you have the All Sunday, you have the Buggy, the Lin, the Sugar, like a bunch of just really, really good solid cards. And then you also just get some really good SRs. You get really, really good SRs. You get Gecko Moria, you get Raiju, you get Hiyori, you get Hody Jones. You get a really good secret rare in Zoro and Sanji. We know Sanji's going to be pretty solid going into next set. You get Shiraya, which is a really good SR for a few different decks. You get the Raiju, you get Hody, already talked about. Yeah, and then you also just get some really good rares. You get the You're the One Who Should Disappear, the Gravity Blade. I mean, let's just look through this for a second, right? This video's going a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. Perono was pretty solid. Kikunojo was pretty solid. And then you also just get Raise Max, which is another version of Gordon. And you also had Reject. Like, there's just so many phenomenal cards in this set that it's really hard not to put this in your top 3. Again, this is my list. This is not for the people. I mean, it is for the people because I'm here talking about it to you guys, but I'm not like doing this live, right? Like I don't have other people to like discuss this with. It's just you, me, and the camera between. So I think you can kind of predict where I'm going from here. It's just this 1 and 2. I don't think I really need to explain why. Set 5 had probably the best leader printed to date. Sakazuki and like the cards that it just got to use and abuse and play. It's our first band leader. And then you just have so many. I mean, let's just go into it. I'm going into these top 3 sets because you have to. So number 1, the first set to have 3 mangas. Incredible. First anniversary set, super hard to find, just incredible set. You also have the, Oda signed Luffy, right? You had 4 like crazy hits. The SPs from this set, pretty good. Yamato, Nami, and Enel, pretty solid. Uda, not really. Kaido, not really. Kind of just is what it is. Also, I said Rebecca was printed in set 4, but it just was not. It hella was printed in set 5. So funny enough, that may even like that might just swap these two. Honestly, Sabo's a really good card. You know what? I'm gonna swap them. Boom. Last minute decision. So you have that. You have pretty solid leaders. Purple Luffy, really solid leader. Lucci, Anel, really solid leaders. Even like Sabo just doesn't have the tools to be like that phenomenal of a leader, but Bello Betty was like kind of like rampant a little bit for a bit, right? You have the baby 5 in the set. You have the like good Sky Island cards, right? You get the Gadatsu, things like that. You get 2 decent secret rares, one really really good secret rare and one like decent one. You get the really good playable Rob Lucci in this set. Like that, there's just so much that this set does and did for the game in terms of cards and leaders and other things that it's just hard not to put it as number 2. Again, people are probably going to argue this, like, oh, it doesn't deserve to be number 2, and that's fine. You are more than welcome to argue it. This is just number 2 for me. Like, I think that this set is great. So it's just number. You also have so many good rares. Rosinante, phenomenal. You also have like some decent uncommons, right? Like Double Finger was played. Nico Robin played a good rares. I mean, it's just hard not to say this set is good. And then number 1, I'm just going to type in Shanks because that's the easiest way to look up this set. It's set 1, right? A, it's set 1. B, you have some of the craziest leaders printed. Law is like a set 8 leader printed in set 1. It's crazy that this leader is so good. Also, I am looking for a alt law leader. So if you have one or know anybody who has one, send them my way. Discord's in the channel. My name is Ryota on the Discord. Or a Discord, it'll be, plugged in the... It'll be plugged somewhere. But I'm looking for this leader. So if you got somebody who can make a deal with me, let me know. Because I want to bid and the person canceled it. So, unfortunate. But anyway, Zoro... Probably just the best red leader we've ever had, and will probably be the best red leader, funny enough, we ever have. Nami, that probably like the greatest alt of all time, right? You have Kid in this set, which is phenomenal. The Mihawk, the Dofi, the Sanji, the Law. Like, you have so many cards in this set that are so great still to this day. That it's just wild, and like they just keep getting good support cards, and then it has arguably one of the best Dawn of all time. So it's really hard to make an argument that it's not the number 1 set, but everybody's got their opinion, right? Everybody's got different points of view, so it is what it is. This is just my point of view for the set, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, please like, please share. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to grow it. We're trying to do more videos. We're trying to do more things. I would love to be able to hit 100 subscribers and then do a giveaway. I would love to do a giveaway. I would love to do content that you guys want to see. You guys want to see more matches. You guys want to see a certain deck on the channel. You guys want to see gameplay for that deck. You want to see deck profiles. You want to see openings, whatever it is you guys want to see. You let me know, and I'll do my best to make it happen. We're going to do more podcast style stuff like this, where it's not just me. I'm going to have other people in, doing the podcast, having a great time, and we'll see what happens. So, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching again, and we'll catch you next time here on the YonkoCast. Peace.